Live in a mind control echo chamber. But people think that there's a choice because the globalists create the perception of choices. Famously in England, the two biggest grocery store chains are on record owned by the same family. They'll have motor miles in major cities where most of the dealerships are owned by the same family or the same group, but they'll put different names on them and act like they're doing deals against each other across the street. Just like a Don King heavyweight boxing match where he owns both the fighters, and they make the money on when they're going to stage the knockout. Fox News, this is bigger than Ferguson. It's bigger than demonstrations all over the country that the Democratic Party and the Justice Department are behind. It's bigger than just the system wanting to start a civil war that I've been warning you about every day for months, and now you see it beginning. And I said, watch, it's going to be race war and open borders, because I know what the globalists are up to. So when I get up here and I get mad at the police and I get mad at the demonstrators throwing rocks at them, and I criticize different angles, it's to get people into the mindset of not just going with Ford or Chevy, the Dallas Cowboys, or the 49ers. It's about getting outside the box, outside the Coke Pepsi box, outside the Democrat, Republican, Fox News, MSNBC box, and actually looking at the big picture. Clearly, day one, the police response was a good response to looters burning down businesses. Then demonstrators come out because they don't like their town being occupied and being told get off the streets and guns being aimed at them. It escalates. The police shoot a bunch of reporters, tear down people's cameras, lose the moral high ground. The other big issue is America knows the armored vehicles, the helicopters, the surveillance, the Boston police state. People know we're living in a tyranny. The cameras. People don't trust the central government. It has a 6 to 7% approval rating. So the police then are on the ground where the rubber meets the road. So the untrusting nature of the people, for good reason, is expressed onto the police, and the globalists know that. So they're planning to then cement the police due to public backlash because of tactics that are designed to cause a backlash, to compartmentalize the police further into an us against them mentality. So the destabilization campaign can roll out, and so the police can be scapegoated instead of the New World Order and the globalists. So the New World Order and the globalists are in there training the police, giving them the hardware, the tactics of an occupying force. Then when there's a backlash against that, the feds come in as the saviors while exacerbating the racial tensions, hoping it blows up nationwide to make that the big issue and not the faltering economy, not the banker bailouts, not the open borders. And to not have the Libertarians and Republican Party that's moving to demilitarize the police, de-escalate the police state, they don't want that to happen, so they want to brand it as an Al Sharpton thug life, Democratic Party, pants hanging down around people's ankles, knockout game poster. And that's what Fox News is doing. Al Sharpton runs it all. Al Sharpton's behind the unrest in Ferguson. The people on the ground in Ferguson on video, Gateway Pundit and InfoWars has it, are saying, we hate Al Sharpton. We hate Obama. This is a police state. We're sick of having guns pointed at us. We're sick of the fact the police department has 60-something people and only 3 of them are black. And this city is mainly black. Those are all legitimate issues, folks. So there's a lot of complex things happening here. But the bigger backdrop is, this is all an example to learn how the PSYOPs are being run and how the globalists are running both sides, and how the media all comes to act like Al Sharpton is who speaks for black people, An FBI informant, COINTELPRO, racist, race-baiting thug, piece of garbage. We'll talk to our reporters straight ahead.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Blockit Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
You've been hearing about the in-home freeze dryer from Harvest Right for months now. Have you invested in yours yet? As you know, we live in a politically and economically troubled time. You should be preparing for an uncertain future today. Right now is the time to start freeze drying your own food so you can become self-reliant and less dependent upon others. To invest in your own home freeze dryer, go to harvestright.com. Hurry, supplies are limited. Again, that's a home freeze dryer from harvestright.com. And be sure to mention this ad to save $200 through the month of August.
InfoWarsStore.com. From this Monday to next, all of the incredible books, videos, supplements, liberty-based attire, belt buckles, Molon Labe t-shirts, organic seeds, you name it, are 10% off the already extremely low prices. We are doing this special to draw attention to the brainwashing that's taking place in the media and in the public schools and in many of the private schools and the, quote, higher levels of education. Infowars.com is right at the tip of the spear worldwide. That's why it's essential to take advantage of this 10% off across-the-board special at InfoWarsStore.com. Whether it's the Made in America apparel or the Produced in America high-quality supplements, it's all 10% off the already lowest price in this back-to-school week. History is taking place right now. By going to InfoWarsStore.com, you are literally buying war bonds in the battle to awaken humanity. Friends, this is Alex Jones for MidasResources.com. For more than 15 years, I have exclusively used Midas Resources for all my precious metal needs. Whether it's bullion or collectibles you're looking for, Midas Resources is simply the best. I own my gold as a hedge against inflation. This Federal Reserve fiat currency could go the way of the Deutschmark and the Weimar Republic anytime. In these historically dangerous times, it makes sense to physically hold gold and silver. Midas already has some of the best deals in the industry. But if you give them a call and mention the radio special, they will give you a list of the day's super specials. Midas brokers are standing by to answer all your questions at 800-686-2237. They also have a lot of informative free literature explaining the opportunities and risk of holding precious metals. They are ready to answer your questions at 800-686-2237. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
When the day comes where the world changes forever, you can be ready at a moment's notice. With Survivalist Camps, the ultimate fully functional off-the-grid survival bug-out house that's completely mobile and ready to go. All the comforts of an RV, but custom built to outlast any other trailer. Learn more at survivalistcamps.com. Due to overwhelming response, limited inventory is available. Be ready with survivalistcamps.com. Survivalist Camps, providing your basic needs to survive.
Next to water and food, you need a safe, storable fuel supply for your preparedness needs. Spare Fuel is the answer. Spare Fuel can be used in any gas-powered vehicle or generator. Spare Fuel is perfect for any unforeseen out-of-gas emergencies. Unlike gasoline, Spare Fuel is safe to store with your other supplies, and it can be stored for many years. Go to GetSpareFuel.com for special pricing. That's GetSpareFuel.com.
Alex Jones here, back live on this Friday edition. I tend to call things like Ferguson a Rosetta Stone. A lot of listeners know what I'm talking about there. But the Rosetta Stone, for thousands of years, historians, philosophers could not read ancient hieroglyphics until they found the Rosetta Stone that had the symbols next to the words, basically, so that they could then decode it. And if you look at how they're managing this Ferguson situation in the media, you see the divide and conquer. Fox News, the police are 100% in the right. The First Amendment's bad. Attacking the press is good. Or they're saying that the press was never attacked. Rubber bullets were not fired at the press. None of the press was arrested. Fox News, there's the headline. Despite reports, SWAT team helped Al Jazeera reporters, did not take their equipment. Now, it's coming out that Ferguson cops say Michael Brown robbed store before he was killed and have released HD photos from the store of the shopkeeper being choked and attacked by a man that looks like Mr. Brown. And they've released the report. Well, that's good. They should have done that the day after. Or said, hey, we're going to release evidence, stop it. And then not started attacking people. But when the police shoot your reporters with rubber bullets, tear gas them, and run up and dismantle mainstream media's cameras after saying, turn your cameras off from hundreds of yards away, and then now the police have come out and said, oh, no, we were helping Al Jazeera. And Jakari Jackson's in the video running away. We were shooting video from behind as the flashbangs go off, and then the police run over and dismantle the cameras. And they have the nerve. We have them in press conferences. Again, we're showing for TV viewers the side shot and the back shot of Jakari when the flashbangs and the tear gas and then the rubber bullets come. And then the SWAT team runs and breaks down their equipment, and they're calling this helping them. Look, they're helping them when the Al Jazeera reporter there gets hit in the face with tear gas. Look, that's helping them. I mean, we're being fed such manifest bull. There is no NSA spying. If you built a business, you didn't build that. Obamacare cuts the price of your care 80% down to the cost of a phone bill. Raising the debt limit doesn't raise the debt limit. I'm sick of this level of lying. Whether it's Obama or the police, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You lose the moral high ground. You play into the globalist hands. They've got Justice Department facilitators, the same ones we caught sneaking around in Florida with the Trayvon Martin situation. Didn't matter if witnesses came out and said that Trayvon Martin was on top of Zimmerman and the truth had been told. Turns out Zimmerman's kind of a nut, too, running around looking for trouble, which is what I thought it was from the start. They were both out of their minds. But the media turned it into a big race deal. And the Justice Department was down there, and the police are all dressed up in paramilitary, all ready for civil war. Don't play into the federal training. The feds give them this training, give them the equipment, then they act like this. It blows up nationwide, and Obama can play the part of the savior with Al Sharpton. And now anyone who's against reporters being attacked on the other side or a police state, oh, now we're with Al Sharpton. See how they do that? Jack Spratt could eat no fat. His wife could eat no lean. Between the two, they licked the platter clean. Full spectrum dominance. What do you think's going on here? The globalists fund and support and protect Al-Qaeda. They changed the name to IS and ISIS or ISIS to confuse everyone. Turn them loose to murder Christians and non-radical Muslims everywhere. And then they bomb a few artillery pieces claiming Obama is trying to save a Muslim minority on a mountaintop. No, the deal was to give Al-Qaeda, that's what it's called, Al-Qaeda in Iraq changed their name to IS, okay? That's a fact. That's in mainstream news back of the paper. I'm going to throw up. The people running our government stir it up. They send in the Justice Department and Al Sharpton to stir it up. We go out there to try to, okay, looks like the feds are stirring this up and there's a bunch of thugs. We better get out there. We get there on the side of the police on Monday, basically. I'm getting criticized for that. Then the police act like total monsters. And are all self-righteous. And I said, this is going to blow up nationwide. What do you think, you're going to get more armored vehicles and more power out of people burning down cities? No. We're all going to lose the country, and the globalists are going to use this to bring in a police state that is mainly aimed at gun owners, the Tea Party. All the bubbas that are saying lock up all these black people and buying into this, it's aimed at you. Don't be idiots. Just like Homeland Security's for the Liberty Movement, never for Al-Qaeda. I told you that 12 years ago. We're going right to Shikari. in Ferguson when we come back.
We're
right
on
to
the
Jakari,
march.
I promise.